Cool. All right. I'm gonna wait for some people to get on here. Let's see. So tonight I'm going to be sharing a couple of books, some resources here with y'all. Boom. So we're gonna talk about physical health, we're gonna talk about spiritual health, and we're gonna talk about some financial resources, okay? Okay, so I think I'd like to start with the food, because that's something we do every day. We eat. So one thing that Dr. Sebi speaks on is fasting. He also speaks on eating raw foods. Now, fasting is very important and very essential for those who are especially meat eaters, or maybe doing those kind of diets where it's like you have to eat 3 meals a day and then snack in between, one of those things. Or even if you're doing a paleo diet, this is information that's going to be very helpful. Fast is going to be very helpful because it's going to detox your body and jumpstart health and wellness for your system, your bodily system. And did I say detox? Because yes, fasting is definitely going to not only detox your bloodstream and your digestive system, but it's also going to connect you to your higher source, the divine source, the creator, who we call the Most High, who we call God, who we call the Almighty. Okay, so please share this with a friend. I'm going to really get into some juicy information. Now, before 2020, I was very big into going to like Afrocentric events and just grabbing resources, pamphlets, things of that nature, studying, researching. So this live is going to be just a plethora of just resources that just come to me, that is just going to come to me through the spirit, and hopefully you receive what you need to receive. Okay. So I have here the African American Vegan Starter Guide. Hopefully you can see it. Okay? Now this is the starter guide. Now this is good for those who want to transition into vegetarianism, who want to transition into veganism, or who just simply want to incorporate better food, right, into your lifestyle. So let me first of all give you the website information. There's a few of them. All right. So the very first one is African American Vegan Starters Guide.com. Once again, this is a vegan vegetarian for African Americans starter guide. You can subscribe to them, get your own mailed to you. Please get it. It's, the website is African American Vegan Starter Guide.com. You can get it as a free download or free printed copies. Please, 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 please get that. So one thing I like about this is that there's many black and brown faces. I'll say black faces, many black faces. So in the beginning, you have a nutritionist, an author, any greens necessary. That is her business. Any greens necessary. Now I'm gonna read a little bit about her to give you some insight on who she is. It says, welcome, I'm Tracy McQuarter, public health nutritionist, author, vegan for 30 years, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the African American Vegan Starter Guide, where we show you simple ways to begin a plant-based lifestyle. Let's see. So, okay. Here we go. It's been a miraculous 30 years since then. I've gone from hating vegetables to drinking daily green smoothies to celebrating 25 years of showing folks just like you, just like us, how to go vegan for life and love it. So I know if I could do it, you can do it too. And it's my hope that this guide will be an ongoing source of information and inspiration for you on your plant-based journey. Now, for any of you who know me personally, I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, but I often tell people that I do believe in a balanced I don't want to say diet, but in a balanced eating routine, or just implementing healthy lifestyle choices, healthy food choices. I believe in living a transitional lifestyle. So for me, a real life example would be, I eat fish, I eat chicken, mainly, if I do meat. Other than that, I love green juices, right? So green juices are another way to detoxify your body. And right now, with COVID happening in our world right now, it's going to be critical for you to keep your immune system healthy, strong, and boosted by using some of these tips and tricks in the Vegan Starter Guide for African Americans. I'm telling you from experience. You're looking at a young woman who was 60 pounds heavier about 2 years ago. And because I decided in my mind that I no longer wanted to be injected with medications, I no longer wanted to be dealing with mental health issues and struggles, my finances were drained because I have to go to the hospital, pay these medical bills just to keep up with the psychosis that was not being close to any solution. So I knew from the teachings of Queen Afua, from the teachings of Dr. Sebi, and a lot of the Kemetic philosophers and the scholars, they teach a Kemetic diet. Shout out to Phil Valentine. Shout out to Abina, the Bronx Holistic Chapter in the Bronx. Shout out to Walter Canty. There's so many people in my healing community that's really helped me. Shout out to Blue Pill, Red Pill, to 19 Keys, to all the young women who have got certified through Queen Afua's Sacred Woman Journey. The Spirit has led you here in this very moment so you can be healed, so you can find healers. Like, I am a healer. I am a certified healer. I'm a certified Kemetic yoga instructor. I'm a certified pranic healer. And we are here. Our purpose in this life is to bring you to your calling, to your purpose, to your divine and your best, healthiest self. Yes, yes. Okay. So yes. Let's see some recipes that you might like. What are some foods that you like? Let's see if I can find a vegan, vegetarian alternative for you here. Let's see if I can find a nice substitute. I do believe in healthy substitutions. This is really the best way to start transitioning off of things that are, harming our bodies and harming our mindsets, And I don't judge when I see people who do drugs. Like, I've been in environments where I've seen people doing crack. I've seen people smoking marijuana. That was me at one point. I've seen people who smoke cigarettes. And, it's unfortunate that the routes take due to stress and things of that nature. But I'm a young lady who believes in healthy alternatives, such as breathing exercises, such as monk. I have some monk diffusers here, and they're so good. They smell so good. And I've learned that sometimes it's not the cigarette smoking or the marijuana that people get the satisfaction from. I mean, the marijuana, the feeling, right? But when it comes to cigarettes, it's more so for some people just that hand to mouth. And I think even for me, being a former cannabis smoker, it was that for me too. At some point, I would be so high that it was no longer fulfilling that need, that rush I used to get once before. So that's why when I moved with family, I was a vapor. I did vapes because I couldn't smoke weed there. She would kill me. So I did the vapes, and now I do monk because it's aromatherapy. It smells good. It takes us away. So definitely, if you're interested in monk, reach out to me. I'll give you more information about that. You can get my affiliate link, so you can get a discount and be on to some specials there. But back to some helping you out with vegan and vegetarian lifestyle tips. There's even one about a vegan pregnancy, y'all. Vegan pregnancy. Check that out. Vegan pregnancy. You have to get this. And I'm not sponsored by anything that I'm sharing with you tonight. Please share this live. I'm going to save this live so you can have it for future reference. Let's see what she says about her vegan pregnancy. I'm a vegan chef, mother of 3 beautiful vegan children. For each of my vegan pregnancies, I studied, researched, and sought out vegan alternatives to everything that the traditional doctors required during their prenatal period. She had vegan prenatal pills. She had beans, lentils, nut butters, grains, oils, omega oils, fatty oils, avocados, coconuts. Let's see here. She said her 3rd and most recent birth was drug-free. Drug-free, y'all. Drug-free and very smooth and quick. I make my baby food for my 8-month-old, and will continue to raise her as a vegan. My experience has even led me to start a vegan youth culinary for children, for plant-based foods. She says she made food in bulk, stored snacks. These are just ways to prep yourself for this lifestyle, so you don't have to worry about being hungry, worry about getting your calorie intake. She says she had avocados, seeded watermelons, Ethiopian food, and that's another thing, just cuisines that are vegan, vegetarian friendly. So there's desserts here. There's like food and snacks and desserts here. You have to get this magazine, y'all. It's free. You can get it downloaded. It's free. Please share this live, y'all. Share my page. I'm gonna continue to post healing resources and spiritual upliftment. But please, please, please do yourself a favor. This is, again, I'll get the website for you. African American Vegan Starter Guide. And I bet my roommate is like, girl, I'm trying to go to bed. What you doing? But she's probably saying that in Portuguese. I'm so sorry, Gato. My beautiful sister. Okay. But my spirit just said, I have to share this because this is going to help protect your immune system against what's going on in the environment. The COVID, the flu, the weak immune system. This is going to help all of that. It seriously is. They have a chickpea tuna salad. Boom. Boom. They have a smoky black bean bisque. Lentil recipes here. Please check out this magazine, y'all. Do yourself a favor. Love on yourself. Did you know that the way you eat is an indicator of self-love? Did you know that what you put inside your body is an indicator of self-love? Did you know that? Press number 1, if you knew that. Press number 2, if you didn't know before, but now you know. Wow. Okay. So please stay on. I have some incredible things. I have some things by Queen Afua I'm going to share with you later on. I have Blueprint for Black Power I'm going to share with you. I even want to dive a little bit into the Kemetic philosophy and Christianity, if you will. I'm really big on bridging the gap between Kemetic philosophy and Christian religion, because that's just my spiritual journey. And take what you need, take what benefits you at this time. Let's see. So before, let's see if anything else is in this book. Oh, look at this. They even have a section in this vegan book on how you can stock your kitchen so you don't have to go hungry. And what I tell my clients, right? What I tell my clients who are looking to incorporate healthier foods is like, I ask them questions as, what do you like? Some will say, they like collard greens, they like broccoli, they like celery, they like corn, they like salads, right? But I know that for the most part they're meat eaters, and that's okay. So I'll tell them this. Okay, you like celery, you like corn, you like salads, you like collard greens, eat more of that. Eat more of that good stuff. Get some of that greens up in there, because that's going to help everything keep regular, and fill you up as well. So that's my suggestion. Keep it simple. Remember, I believe in a transitional and a balanced lifestyle. And when you're ready to transition into veganism, into vegetarianism, I am there for you too. And I have a whole team of people that I am connected with to give you more resources, more knowledge, to really just be by your side to support you on this journey. It's not hard. It's just different. Says, what you say? I'm currently a pescatarian, but my goal is to be vegan. Girl, take your time, okay? And acknowledge the good you've done so far. I will say that. Because you're a pescatarian, right? That means, you're doing your best to cut out the beef, to cut out the chicken. And that's hard. People say, I can do the beef, I can do the fish, but I can't do the chicken. So the fact that you're able to cut out the heavier meats and to stick to fish, you are on your way. And something that I learned the other day was that the smaller the actual fish, the more fat it has, so the healthier it is for you. So don't quote me on that, because I don't know if they're really a licensed physician. Do your own research. Always. But always acknowledge how far you've come thus far. So what I recommend for you who's a pescatarian, maybe more vegan options. So protein, right? You could do your beans. If you're into tofu, you can do your tofu. There are some pastas that have more of the protein as well. You can get a lot of protein from legumes, beans, from lentils, basically all kinds of beans, honestly. And your butters, like your peanut butters, your cashew butters, has a lot of fat. It also has protein. I also believe in protein shakes that have vegan lines. So definitely, take your time to wean into veganism when you're ready. But I think the first, very most important step is to, in your mind, decide. So boom, to stock these things in your kitchen. They say fresh fruits, apples, avocados, bananas, berries, cherries, cucumber, kiwi, peaches, pears, plums. They said herbs and spices. You want to have basil, cayenne, cilantro, cinnamon, dill, fennel, ginger, nutritional yeast, oregano, parsley, rosemary, thyme, turmeric. Yes. Optional are the oils: coconut oil, flaxseed oil, hemp seed oil, olive oil, sesame oil. Vegetables: broccoli, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, collard greens, dandelion greens, kale, mustard greens, spinach, Swiss chard, mixed frozen vegetables. And then let's see. Oh, that's so awesome. She said she loves pasta, and she's actually been implementing vegetarian in her diet. Congratulations. You're doing great. Pizza, dope. And there's also a vegan pizza brand that I'm trying to remember the name. It's an incredible, I think it's called Raw Food Kitchen or Raw Kitchen. It's by a young African American couple with a couple of children, beautiful family. If you ask them if they went to the Veg Fest and they say yes, that is them. They have this phenomenal vegan pizza, y'all. They have this phenomenal vegan pizza. Okay, let me tell you a little story. Last summer, I went to the Bronx Veg Fest. They have one in Brooklyn, then they have one in the Bronx. I went to both. God love supporting black stuff, right? So in the Bronx, they had this table and they had a pizza. It was like a vegan pizza. And I didn't try it yet, but I see like this two guys talking, and they're talking about how good the pizza is. He's like, man, this slice so good, you know. People get that crazy in their arm, right? And this pizza's so good, I'm gonna have to get another slice. I got another slice. I got it. I'm like, bro, is it really that good? He's like, it really is though. I said, excuse me, miss, how much is your pizza? She said $10 per slice. I'm like, whoa, right? I said, okay, let me try this pizza, okay? I look at this pizza. It looks so good. It had every single vegetable you can imagine. But it was made out of almond crust, I believe, and like vegan cheese. And long story short, it was about a year ago, and I still think about that pizza like at least twice a week. Like once, twice a week, I think about that pizza. So good. So I don't know if you're into prayer, but definitely pray for me. I would love to do a partnership with Raw Kitchen, because they have that phenomenal pizza, and they have said it's their bestseller. If you are vegan or transitioning and you like pizza, check them out. All right. So sweeteners to stock into your kitchen: coconut sugar, date sugar, fresh fruit juice or puree, molasses, pure maple syrup. They don't have the other sweeteners here. But also, if you're into keto diets, I tried this sugar. It was called sucralose. There was another one, erythritol. Now, erythritol is a pretty good tea. I wouldn't recommend sucralose because, it's maybe TMI, but I got both of those from Amazon. It's a taste test them. And when I put the sucralose in my cabinet, the next day there were like bugs in the box. And I'm like, that is new. We don't have bugs in this house. So what is it about this sugar attracting that? So I don't really recommend sucralose unless you have like a little tiny plastic container. You can put a lid on it to prevent anything from coming in. But yeah, sucralose is okay, I guess. It's good. It tastes good, but it doesn't last long because things have to go inside of it. Oh. But erythritol, so good. A little goes a long way. I recommend monk fruit. Monk fruit is so good. What I'll do is I have some monk fruit here. And when I'm making my tea, for y'all who know me, I love my tea. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Please share with some friends. Try to share with some friends, 5 friends. We are talking about how to beat COVID. We're talking about beating COVID physically with food, spiritually with knowledge, okay? And we're going to give you some resources. And I'm going to give you some financial resources as well. Holla at your girl. Share this live. And I'm looking to do a giveaway. But that's to keep posted because I have a couple of artistic projects coming up. And I really want to, do my due diligence. So, thanks for the love. Let's keep going. So, they said to keep store in your home, you want to have the spelt bread. Sprouted grain bread, which is like cinnamon, raisins, sesame. You want to have whole grain crackers, whole grain pita bread, whole grain tortilla. So whole grain, whole grain, whole grain, whole grain. And that's actually, anything whole grain is really going to fill you up. So for those of you who are looking to transition off of meat, no matter what kind of meat that is, introduce more whole grain into your diet because it's going to fill you up. And another trick, drinking liquids. Typically before your meal, they say you shouldn't really drink in between your meals, but hey, we're American, we do what we want, okay? But drink water, drink your liquids, and that'll help you also feel satisfied, satiated, and full. Thank you for joining, everyone. I love you all so much. I appreciate you. Please share with some friends. We are getting into some serious COVID protection, prevention, and we're going to talk about some resources here. Right now, I'm sharing the African American Vegan Starter Guide. It's free. If you just African American Vegan Starter Guide.com, you can download it for free, get them sent to your house for free. Do that, please. And I've been really big on healthy eating because let's keep it real. We know many people who are obese, who have a hard time going up a flight of steps, right? Who have a hard time breathing, who have artificial hearts and devices in their body. And before it gets to that level of being so critical, we can really reverse that before it becomes to that stage. So implementing healthy foods and healthy lifestyles such as yoga and low impact exercise is really going to help you. You know, on my page, I always talk about the Macy's Earth. I always talk about sea moss. Smoothies, I love smoothies. You know, I love my teas. Like, I can literally live off of drinking tea. It's crazy because I saw myself one day and I'm like, I'm drinking tea literally from sun up to sundown. This big old thing of tea. Yeah, but it's also really good. And fasting, of course, to give your body a replenish. Ooh, what is this? Hold up. They got some vegan crab cakes, y'all. They have some vegan crab cakes. Okay. Please share this live. I'm going to also save this live, but please share this live. Bless somebody with the knowledge to love themselves while putting the proper foods. Oh my God. I mean. They got the. Our roommates know I'm extra, y'all. So this is the Hearts of Baltimore crab cakes. This look good. I love making fish cakes, salmon cakes, crab cakes. I have got to actually make crab cakes, but that look good. They put some tartar sauce, and they got vegan mayonnaise out here nowadays. Y'all, they got vegan mayonnaise. Okay, so we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna read this to y'all because if there have any fish lovers in here, I know my best friend's a fish lover. Anybody else? Put number 1 in the chat if you like fish, because we're gonna help you implement a healthy substitution for fish. All right, we have one. Yes, let's do it. So ingredients: 1/2 cup vegan mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon fresh lemon juice, 1 tablespoon chopped fresh dill, which is a herb, 1 teaspoon minced garlic, salt and pepper to taste. I like to use Himalayan pink salt because it has minerals. In it. It's a pink salt, has minerals in it, so it adds to your body rather than white table salt takes away from your body. So, for example, if someone is what is it called when they have swollen, like, you know, from the knee down to the calf, it's like big, is because their body is retaining water, and that indicates they have a high salt intake. Now, if they were to intake more Himalayan pink salt, they wouldn't have the same issue, because as the white salt takes out, which causes the body to want to hold on and retain the little bit of water it has, Himalayan sea salt, it feeds the cells. It feeds it electrolytes. It feeds it nutrients. You feel me? Yes. Inflammation, for sure. For sure. Are you all finding this useful? Vegan is the way to go. I agree. I remember when I was working at Juice Press. Let me tell you. Some customers, they would not like me. They were like, smoothies is like the key to life. It's like, yeah, smoothies are the key to life. I was like, plants are the key to life. Eating more plants. Veganism is the key to life, okay? Not just a smoothie. Eating your greens, drinking your greens. That is the fountain of youth. That's what it was. We had this drink called the Fountain of Youth. And this guy would come in all the time with his one-liner, right? And he was like, yeah, I want the Fountain of Youth because it's the Fountain of Youth. So I'm like, no, veganism is a fountain of youth. Holla at your girl.
Yes, yes. I'm so glad you are finding this useful. I appreciate all of you so much.
And it's just so nice to have people over here, people on here who just find value in this, you know? Share, share, share. I was encouraged by listening to 19 Keys. Follow him. Follow Brother Ben X. There's a couple of young women, Queen Afua. They're under her tutelage, like I have been. Also under Queen Afua's tutelage, but more so by my own research. I haven't done any of her Sacred Women circles, which I would so love. But I always go to this book. Do you know Queen Afua, y'all? Put a purple heart if you know Queen Afua. You know she has a men's version too, right? Heal Thyself. That Baba Haru helped her write. He also wrote an excerpt in this one too, in this Sacred Women book. And I met Baba Haru. It's so interesting because when I met Baba Haru, okay, one thing at a time, right? We're gonna get back to the Baba Haru story, but I do have a podcast on my YouTube channel where he and I are speaking about Kemetic ancient philosophy. So check that out on my YouTube channel by the same name as my Instagram handle. So back to these crab cakes. We have fallen away from the targets. And now we have to go back to talking about veganism because we all want to live throughout this 2020 and beyond. We want to have a grand 2021 and a 2022 because we're going to live a long time with long money and longevity. Do you feel me? Ben X and 19 Keys are the truth. Hello. I'm glad you know. I got so many stories I would love to share with y'all because I've also, if you know 19 Keys and if you know Brother Ben X, I'm sure you know Blue Pill and Red Pill, okay? And I got some stories, but time is a healer.
Time is a healer, y'all.
And I no longer feel the way I used to feel, like these brothers are trying to be hoteppers and just get all these women and have a harem out here. Now I'm like, okay, time has passed. These brothers really about this unity life, you know, and granted, every circle has their own thing. That's not always the best, but we get what we need and we move on, right? Take that knowledge. I met them at the Moorish Science Temple. I've seen them at a couple of Dr. Umar events because I was very much into his information, Dr. Umar information. I also met with Queen Afua. We had a brief conversation. I've seen her a couple of times at the events. So, like, when I tell you I was about that life, y'all, I wasn't playing, okay? But I digress. Okay, cool. So after you get your ingredients for the crab cakes, the vegan mayonnaise, tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, your tablespoon of chopped fresh dill, your teaspoon of garlic minced, salt and pepper to taste. Boom, crab cakes. 3 tablespoons of grapeseed or safflower oil, divided plus more for cooking. It says 14 ounce or 1 can of canned heart of palms. Now the heart of palms is going to give it that fish-like texture. Now make sure you get the one that's not packed in sugar. No sugar. Now you want to roughly chop it up to the consistency of crab meat. So to your liking. Chopped celery. You get some diced bell pepper, chopped onion, minced garlic, some Old Bay seasoning. Now you know. If anyone's been to Maryland, Old Bay is like their thing. You know, if you go by the water, they talk about crab cakes. I love crab cakes, y'all. I've never had a bad crab cake. It's one that's trying to keep up in my memories, but I can't remember right now. So we're gonna leave it back there. We're gonna put that in the trash, right?
Thank you. Welcome. Please share this live. Looking to bless some people, y'all.
So grateful to have you here. So we're talking about veganism, transitioning to a healthier lifestyle because we're going to beat COVID. We're going to beat COVID by eating better, by breathing better, implementing a healthier mindset, spiritual strength, and I'm going to give you some resources, y'all. I'm all over the place, but hopefully you can follow along. So after you have all of your ingredients here, with the crab cake, you have your canned heart of palms, you have your chopped celery, bell peppers, onion, garlic, Old Bay seasoning, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and your vegan mayonnaise. You have 1/4 cup vegan mayonnaise. You get your breading. You get your gluten-free breadcrumbs, or you can do more of the breadcrumbs. If you have a gluten intolerance, then, you know, gluten-free. But if I was speaking to a one of Dr. Sebi's mentees, they were saying that African Americans genetically are gluten intolerant, meaning we're not meant to digest gluten because the way that it's made today, stripped to be white, stripped of its nutrients, it gives our body an allergic reaction where our intestines and our stomach fluffs up, which is not a normal response, which is not supposed to be. It's not healthy because it just has no nutrients. So when it says gluten-free, you're not going to get the puff, and you're not going to get that gluten and that allergy, basically. The intolerance is the allergy. So, boom. Instructions. I'll make it quick. Okay, let's see. Oh, breading with the breadcrumbs. You get the Old Bay seasoning, lemon wedges. Bam. Instructions. Combine mayo, lemon juice, dill, and garlic in a small bowl. Mix well and add salt and pepper to taste. Set in the fridge to cool. Crab cakes. Heat 2 tablespoons of the oil in a large skillet over medium-high heat. Add the hearts of palm and saute for 8 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally to prevent sticking. I'm definitely saving this for you all because there's no way you're going to remember all this. Cook until golden brown on all sides. Set aside to cool. Add the celery and peppers to mix well. Heat 1 tablespoon of the oil in a skillet over medium heat. Add the onions and saute until translucent 2 to 3 minutes. Add the garlic and saute for 1 minute. Remove from heat. Add to the hearts of palms and mix well. Transfer the mixture to a mixing bowl and mix well. Add the Old Bay seasoning, cornstarch, and mayo and mix well. Set aside to cool to room temperature and then shape the mixture into 4 round patatas. Into 4 round patties. You know, it's not a good joke, but in middle school, they used to go around asking the girls, "Is your Krabby Patty? Is your Patty Krabby?" It's not a good joke, y'all. Kids are terrible. But these sound like some good crab cakes. All right. Next, this is the last part, y'all. Last part. Thank you for sticking all the way through. Appreciate you. Okay. Breading, you put it in a shallow bowl. Combine breadcrumbs with Old Bay seasoning. Stir to mix. Coat the patties with the breadcrumb mixture and refrigerate for 20 minutes. Heat about 3 tablespoons of oil in a medium skillet over medium-high heat until hot and shimmering. Carefully place the patties in the skillet and cook until golden brown on each side. Approximately 2 minutes per side. Watch closely to prevent burning. Transfer the cooked patties to a plate lined with paper towels to drain any excess oil. This person black. They said paper towels. They know what's up. They didn't say, no fancy pastry paper. I like that. Okay. Serve hot, topped with aioli. I don't know what that is. If you know, hit me up. Put it in chat if you know what aioli is. AIOLI. Yo no sé, papi. Yo no sé, mamá. Abuela. Abuelito. Yo no sé. Okay? With lemon wedges on the side. Boom. Get this magazine. So I'm gonna stop right there because I've been on this for a while. Like, I love healthy lifestyles. It's so rewarding. After I become vegan or integrating more plants and more yoga and healthy foods, that my mind is not the same. Like, I'm able to be more easily accessible to positive thinking, to like better opportunities, you know, like to when I'm in a funk, it's never long lasting, and you really just start pulling in the people, the opportunities, the resources, the solutions that you need. So veganism, it's more than just food, y'all. It's more than just health that you're getting in return. I'm trying to tell you. You will not regret it. And you also feel the difference when you're eating, you know, what they say, low vibrational foods. Like Chinese food, we love it. But listen, my mind done been to some scary place eating Chinese food. And I'm like, I can't do this too often. But plants give life. So boom, let's talk about this Queen Afua book. Are y'all ready for this? Question: How many of you know about Queen Afua? I know one of you might. If you know 19 Keys and Ben X, you might know Queen Afua. And by the way, if you have any questions, there's a little question box in the chat. Feel free to drop in a question. If you want to go live, request live, let's chat. But yeah, Sacred Woman is the women's version of healing. Healing your traumas, your womb, through the 9 gateways of healing. The feminine body, a guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit. Let's see. Let's see. Why not just read some of this? And I will tell you my Baba Haru story, but first, let me see if I can find the piece that he actually helped write in her book. Maybe we'll have a little story. I found it. Alright, cool. So now, because this book primarily focuses on the women and their healing, it doesn't focus too much on the men aspect, but this part is very key for men who are interacting with sacred women, like in relationships and things of that nature. So bear with me. I think for the men on here, it's very important to know some of these here. It's some serious stuff. It's some serious stuff. Now, if you get the book Queen Afua's Sacred Women, you will find this information on page 341. 341 under 12-point action plan for men with sacred women in their life. Hopefully you can see. I don't know if you can see that. Something as good as I can get. Boom. This section, my thumb. That section. And there's a back page to it. Let's see. Yeah, Chinese food is not it's poison, yes, but it's so good though. I'm sorry. Yeah, when I eat terribly like that, I definitely have to do more green juices, like be more intentional, drinking water, consuming less sugar, doing more yoga, do more inverted postures, and my feet are up, and so like my blood flow can go back to my heart and cleanse my blood, you know. But that's a yoga thing that I learned in Kemetic yoga, and we'll talk about that after. How about that? So, for the sacred men out there, men, how do you respond when your partner embarks on the sacred woman pathway, and you suddenly discover there is this illuminating, brilliant light, joy, supreme strength, wellness, security, and serenity emanating from the woman in your in your life? She's different. She's better. Your life through her is changing around you. It's good, but it can be a little overwhelming. What do? How do you cope with this beautiful but challenging reflection? Because it is beautiful, and it will be challenging. There's no way out. It's time for you to empower yourself by becoming, drumroll please, becoming a sacred man. Ow! Okay. To help you through this process, I offer you 12 points of action for meeting your sacred woman face to face and heart to heart. Come on, Queen Afua. I love our ancient culture because it really focuses on the heart center, bringing it back to love, peace, unity, you know, ma'at, justice, righteousness, the higher self rather than lower self. Please share this with some friends. I'm about to really just lay some gems on the men out here to really just help bring your relationships closer in so many ways. COVID, you know, not even COVID, just the way this world is really structured with the patriarchy or capitalism, I'll say, it really just has people in a survival, right, mode, in the base root chakra of survival. The root chakra is foundation, survival, things like that. But what I can appreciate about learning about Kemetic ancient Egyptian philosophy is that when our minds become in a capitalistic kind of paradigm, and become like upset or infuriated or lack, this right here, this philosophy brings us back together, to unity, to union, to peace, right? Okay, so let's continue. Number 1, sacred men. Purify your body temple. Meditate. 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 Fast. Pray. Eat sacred foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, herbs, purified water. Take salt or herbal baths. Come on. I know a lot of y'all tall, but if y'all can squeeze into a bathtub, you will bless yourself with a bath. And I actually have some salts for you that I made myself. Okay, yes, men. It's unfortunate that you all don't treat yourselves like women, like pamper themselves. Right here, I have a body scrub. Has olive oil. Olive oil at the bottom, but it's Himalayan salt. It's also Epsom salt, so it's gonna not only soothe your muscles, but it's also going to release that energy from your body that you've been holding on. And that energy is so real, especially when it leaves your body. It's like, yo, I actually feel much more calm. Now this, I love this one. Love, love, love. Now this is just the bath soak with the salts, and I have some oil blends that I put in here. And oh my god, you all, I'm trying to tell you, I freaking love smelling this. And once you get this for yourself, you're going to love it too. I'm sorry. Oh, look at these crystals. The Himalayan salt, Epsom salt. Please treat yourself to a bath, brothers. Treat your queen, your princesses. You gotta go back to that self-love. Okay, boom. So, I said, was it 134? What page is that on, brothers? Was it 134? I done got caught up in the salts. I think it was 134. Let's see. Lost my page.
Anybody remember the page? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna take this request while we are looking at the sacred man portion. Nice Baba Heru, look at that.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Good to see you, girl.
Nice to see you too.
Word. Yo, you talking some real good stuff. You know, I was crazy because I was thinking about nutrition and health like all week. Like really, even before COVID hit. You know what I'm saying? And it's something you brought this up tonight. This is really good stuff you're doing right here. I don't know if you know, but your camera is turned.
Yeah, my holder, it can't flip. It can't flip the other way, so that's kind of a downfall.
No, but it's unique though. It's unique because it's a unique position.
Thank
I
you.
like what you're saying about the men and the women. That too, because you know what? We need each other. It's like right now they're trying to separate the two.
The way this world is set up, for sure, like it's like programmed into the fabric of America. Not only racism, but separation on that level. Crazy.
Because you know why? They don't want people to procreate to make, you know, they want to depopulate. I think that's what the big thing is. The two things, to control people and so people can't populate.
That is it. That's the whole thing with the vaccines too, you know? It's like this fear, and with the fear, the hormones go up, and even if people wanted to have children, with that whole hormone going up, it's going to be less likely. You know what I mean? Because that stress, the anxiety, and the vaccine, whatever it carries, it's just going to be so many factors. This is why I'm crazy advocate about what I'm teaching you all at this time. I'm crazy about this.
Yes, I have a question. Who was that book? That the one the lady you was naming? How did you say her name?
The Sacred Woman. Sacred Woman.
Can you type her in the chat room so
Yeah,
everybody can
yeah,
see? That'd be
for sure.
awesome. Yeah. Hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can type it. The phone's kind of funny this way. Let's see. So it's sacred.
Yeah, because I think everybody heard about Ben X and 19 Keys.
Mm-hmm.
I think I chopped it up with Ben. Yeah, I did chop it with Ben X and another brother on Instagram one time. You probably seen him face to face though, right?
Who, me? No, I never met Brother Ben X. Um, no. I was on his Instagram live one time, and it was like an open mic thing. But I got on, I
Yeah.
started rapping. The audience was like, "Oh my God, here we go, chucking and jiving," because it wasn't that kind of open mic. They were looking for like a free discussion to just talk about solutions. And here I am rapping. I'm like, "Brother Ben, I got this talent. You should platform to rap." He was very patient with me.
Yeah, bro. Ben X is cool. He'll let you rock too.
He will let you rock. He's very patient. He's a funny brother. He is a funny brother.
He is. He cracks me up all the time.
Very
He's so
resourceful
cool.
brother. And I
Yeah,
love Louis Farrakhan.
he'll take a minute out and talk with you too. He have no problem with that.
You're breaking up.
Now I said he'll take a minute out and talk with you too. He
Wait,
has
you're
no
breaking.
problem with that. Oh wow.
Man, he is bomb diggity. Bomb diggity. There were some brothers I met before. You know, Red Pill, Blue Pill.
Yeah, they be on Harlem. They be on 125th Street over there.
Yeah. I met them at a couple of different events and stuff. You know, but at the end, and I think it was the organization that we all used to go to for like more science and like legal stuff, learning like colorable law or appropriate persona. Like I am a human being. I'm not. You know, you don't have jurisdiction over me. Like I am a natural person. I have knowledge. You can't control me like a sheeple kind of thing. I was consistently going to those classes, and I'd meet them, but I wasn't really engaging them because I kind of got some weird vibes in that whole space, and it didn't seem like they were unified as an organization. Not them in particular, but the leadership wasn't strong. I think that's what it was. Leadership wasn't strong, so I couldn't trust it. And there was a lot of praying, prey, in that circle. So I was like, you know what? I'm not ready for this. Not ready for this. My spirit said, I'm out. But I got what I needed. And I would never not be grateful for what I learned there.
That's the important thing.
I went there for community, I got it. I went there for something different, I got it. And it's actually interesting because that community, they were one of the paramounts of why I fell in love with crystals. Why I fell in love with like sacred geometry and you know like loving Black people. And then that's when Hidden Colors came out.
Right. So Tariq Nasheed.
It was all right on time. Like those are my celebrities, you know, like Booker T.
That's why I
Cole.
say Miss Dynasty, this is amazing. We have so much in common. You don't even know. You have no idea.
I'm glad. It's about time, you know. It's about time that we all get on this. You know, yeah. I'm glad you feel that way. I'm really glad. I'm looking for this sacred man part that I lost my page. Y'all gotta get this.
You said you were 130, 134 pages? 134, I think it was.
I said I thought. Let me double check. I said I thought. And I'm not seeing it there. Oh, that is so crazy. It's not there. I don't know what I said. Okay. Let me go to my index. But was there something else you wanted to say? Or a question you had, or anything I can help you with?
Okay, so if we trying to not eat meat anymore, is it best to just transition and go to fish, or just try to go cold turkey and go straight vegan?
It's up to the individual. It's up to the individual, and I say that because it's gonna be challenging if a person's wants to go cold turkey, and that's not like a pattern that they have in other places of their life. You know, if they don't say, well, I'm gonna just cold turkey, no cigarettes, or I'm a cold turkey, learn how to swim and just jump in the water. You know, if anything, like if a person doesn't have that as a natural behavior, it's gonna be hard. So I believe in like weaning people or transitioning people into things. Um,
Right.
so that's just me. Some people can do it, but then they feel guilty. Like I know when I was being vegetarian, I would sneak chicken and I feel guilty about it, you know. But I mean, it's part of the process. Part of the
Yes,
process. But like
because
I said earlier,
the habits we come from we've been raised to eat certain ways. So to all of a sudden not eat
exactly.
the things we've been raised on eating is not as easy as it sounds.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So true. So we have to just be easy with ourselves in the process. So, you know, if you can do cold turkey, fine. If you say I'm gonna do this, be vegan or Daniel fast for a week, and you slip up on the
Well,
fifth, it's okay.
well, what got me really on a health kick, I've been seeing so many people check out in this life, and they could have still been here today. I mean, gone, gone, gone. It's all preventable stuff.
Yeah, I just lost a
So
friend two
seeing
days
that,
ago. I known him. Mhm.
yeah,
Go ahead.
seeing all that, and this is all recent wounds right here. I just met my biological moms, and I
Mhm.
talked with her on the phone August. She's like, "I love you, son, and we're going to see each other and all this." She went to the hospital. She wasn't feeling good. Yo, she
Wow.
caught a stroke, a heart attack, and she passed away, kid.
Wow.
Yo, it hurted me. And then right after that, my biological brother had the same thing. He had caught a heart attack.
Oh my God.
And then my uncle, right after that, all this happened week after week. The first week, second week, third week, back to back to back. My cousin Winky called me and told me my Uncle Freddie passed from a heart attack.
Wow.
And then I just started seeing like the maintenance worker, this person, that person. And I actually talked to the maintenance worker. I said, yo, man, my brother, his stomach was sticking out like yours. That don't look too healthy. I said, yo, I know you be cleaning up this building and all like that, but your health come
Mhm.
first. And I was trying to tell him, yo, he went home, he fell out and just croaked because his stomach was getting fatter and fatter. He was eating too much. And then these
Yeah.
other cats around here, they was drinking too much. They drunk themselves to death. But all of what I'm telling you, all this could be prevented, but people are going to extremes, eating all this crazy food and drinking, a lot of drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the body only could take but so much.
So true. So true. I just posted the
Yo,
page.
I heard Ashanti was and Keisha Cole was going to do something, but she got COVID. Ashanti.
Oh, I think I heard something about that. I don't know. I heard Jeremiah
Yeah,
or
she
Rulo got COVID, you know, but people are more likely to live, you know, it's more likely to pass through and they can be healed from it.
right, right.
Okay, so
All of
this
this stuff
live is
really.
about to end in like less than 2 minutes, y'all. Um,
Wow.
if they'll allow me back on, I'll get back on and we continue the Sacred Women talk and talking about this because it's so true. If people know, if knowledge is half the battle, seriously. Implementing it is the hardest part, but it's like a rusty wheel. Once you get that wheel oiled and you just keep doing it, you may slip up, but you're doing it. You're doing it. Doing it. You gotta keep doing the best of your ability. I lost a friend a couple of days ago because of health complications. He was barely in his 30s. So it's real.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I have a true
true.
passion for this. You know, I get very emotional about our people. I get crazy emotional about our people, and it just makes me so upset when I feel that we have resources and we have solutions, and we are just giving it to people. But whatever the fear may be, whatever the unknown that they fear, they're like, "No, I'm good where I'm at." Like that kills me. I'm like, that's something that the Most High is working with me to not take it personal, but I'm just like, you know what? This is their journey. Just pray for them, give it to them, and leave it. It's a seed.
Yeah,
Amen.
that's right. I'm with you all the way. Me and you, we share the same feeling, the same sentiment. I'm the same way.
It's not easy, but you know, but we are here. We are living, and we have to
Yo,
watch them by example and choose better. Choose better. I'm going
yo,
to end this right there.
like I said, like we could put it in the music. You got the skills rapping. Look at this. I got mad equipment. Hold up. Let me see if I can get this camera to turn around.
Well, I'm going to log back in. I have 10 seconds. I'm going to log back in and come back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.